All right, what's up, y'all? This is the Weed Professor, and I think I'm gonna start a series of honestly just videos to help you guys out, to help, if not you, somebody you may know, auntie, uncle, cousin, somebody. I got a true passion for this. I'm a real cannabis advocate. I founded the Dope House in Chicago, delivering opportunities for people everywhere. It's a nonprofit where our mission was to provide equal medical marijuana access, resources, education, and employment, primarily in low-income and minority communities. So, like I say, once again, a huge passion for this. And with that being said, let's begin. Today, I want to talk about the state of Illinois. Illinois just passed the recreational marijuana law known as the Cannabis Regulation and Tax Act, and it is by far um, intriguing to say the least. And that's what led me to say, hey, I want to start a video, and I want to start, from my hometown, Chicago. And so, for the sake of this video, I want to show, just let people know that it is a way out of, poverty and economic disadvantages. And, one of those ways been in our community the whole time, and that's, cannabis. They've been, I mean, not say they, but, people in inner cities have been incarcerated at alarming rates for some time for the same thing that is making a select few individuals millionaires. So that's why I said it led me to truly just want to create a channel to break down as much as I can to anyone who honestly has a will to learn and to know that it's not as hard. So especially the state of Illinois right now. So let's get to that. And I think this will benefit more so my people in the south and west side of Chicago. So all right, let's get to it. Cannabis Regulation and Tax Act. It's about 600 some pages. I highlighted the key parts that I thought would at least, just spark something to get you guys' minds rolling. All right, July 1st, 2019, a couple days ago, they just transferred $12 million from the Compassionate Use of Medical Cannabis Fund to what you call the Cannabis Business Development Fund. Now, this fund here is it's Illinois' medical cannabis fund. Illinois has a medical marijuana program that's been established and been in existence for a couple of years now, and they had fun. And basically, they took the money from that fund and put it into this cannabis business development fund to the tune of $12 million. So, what is this cannabis business development fund? All right, this fund is a special fund created by the state treasury and is held separate and apart from all other state money, and it should be known as the Cannabis Business Development Fund. And the part that we should be focusing on says that this fund shall be used exclusively for the following purposes. And if we get into it, provide low interest rate loans to social equity applicants and to pay for ordinary and necessary, basically, startup and operating expenses. So the giving low interest rate loans, let's start there, to social equity applicants. What is that? A social equity applicant would be, you got to be an Illinois resident and meet one of the following criteria. You got to stay in a disproportionately impacted area, which I'll explain in a second, or have been arrested, convicted, or adjudicated delinquent for any of the offenses that are eligible for expungement under this act. And under this act, under 30 grams is eligible for expungement. And I want to say the first phase, State's Attorney Kim Fox says there's going to be automatic expungements. So look out for that for you guys out there. And I think that's for like the last 7 years. And after that, they're going to do another phase next year or something. I'll make a video on that as well if you want to know about the expungement process and how you can get your record expunged or anything like that. Send a comment below and I'll make a video on that. But for those reasons, as we can see, they're giving out loans, remember, to social equity applicants. So now we have a case of when you were incarcerated, you may have not been able to get a job nonetheless. Now you got a industry that's giving you loans to get into the very industry that basically locked you up for. It's very ironic, and it's the closest that we have to reparations that I can think of. So, all right, let's get to it. Disproportionately impacted area. What is that? Now that would be. bear with me. Okay, you got to meet at least one of the following criteria. The poverty rate in the area has to be at least 20%. 75% or more of the children in the area has to be in a federal free lunch program. At least 20% of the area has to be on food stamps. Um, the average unemployment rate has to be over 120%. We can go on and on. Um, in a nutshell, that's the south and west side of Chicago. So pretty much everybody qualifies for that right there when we talk about the social equity applicant. This right here, those areas I just named, or if you have been arrested, convicted, or adjudicated delinquent for any of the offenses that's eligible. And I don't have it pulled up here, but it's also if your family members, meaning your mother, your father, your brother, your sister. So even if you weren't a part of this right here, this area, you would still benefit from your family being. And it's like, hey, it was a messed up thing to happen, but like, yo, let's take and make a positive thing out of something negative. So we got the social equity applicant, which, if we can recall, the money's going to this Cannabis Business Development Fund, which this fund is exclusively for the following purposes: to provide low interest rate loans to the social equity applicants and to help them with the startup and operating costs of opening their own cannabis business establishment. So we go over here. All right. I knew I heard somebody on the phone in the background. I'm sorry, the music was playing. Okay. So now we're here right now. We go with basically what the program is offering. The program is offering loans and grants and providing financial assistance and technical assistance to social equity applicants. And what else is it doing? It's also, computer's running a little slow. I think I'm gonna edit these videos next time, guys. Okay, also giving out fee waivers. So a lot of times, a lot of people are discouraged from applying because it's a non-refundable fee, and that fee is extremely high at times. And so now we're back on deck. I apologize. Okay, so we got fee waivers right now that waiving fees. Let me get off of this page. That's what's holding us up. And I'm gonna get through this video. And once again, anything you guys want to see, comment below, because I really want to get through this because I think it's very important. And it looks like it's freezing. Here we go. Yeah, once again, cannabis establishments, no, but you have a cultivation center, you have what you call a craft grow. I do want to make a video on that. That's for those who have a lower startup capital and not able to purchase a cultivation center, which is rather huge and has a lot of requirements. You can do a smaller version of that. And like I said, if you want to learn about that, send a comment below in the video. They got a processing organization. You actually have a transportation organization now, and there's certain laws on that, and you cannot transfer, to the patient. And I believe it's a lot of ways that we can really, circumvent this law. So once again, before my computer starts acting up, and I apologize, I did not have everything together. Like I said, I just finished reading and got really excited and just threw together a brief presentation to really just spark interest in you guys. And if you really want to learn more, come back. If you didn't like the video, send a thumbs down. If you liked it, send a like, subscribe. If it's just something that you may know that somebody that they can really learn from it and grow from it and literally grow from it, and and turn a negative situation into a positive one, and do that by all means. And let's just spread this message, and let's let everybody know, especially our people in Chicago, me being a South Side native, that it is hope out there, and let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, thank y'all for watching.